Hey guys, and welcome back. It's ChosenArchitect, and today, I don't know about you, but it's pretty chilly in here. It's pretty cold on this planet. So I hope you guys are ready. So I want to dabble just a little bit in some new stuff, and that is going to be, if we hop down here, mystical agriculture. So as far as mystical agriculture goes, we just farmed up all the items we needed for it. Minus a couple. Now, we still need to go to another planet, which means we're going to need a tier 7 rocket because we need to make it all the way to Neptune. So right now we are at the tier 5 rocket. We need to make a tier 6, which I'm working on right now. And then from a tier 6, go to a tier 7, all of which also upgrading our armor along the process. Sounds like a lot, and it is going to be a lot. And a lot of it is probably not going to be on camera, as I'm sure it's getting kind of old showing that same progression over and over again. I will, however, show the different planets because I think those are super interesting. But we need to swap this over. No longer will this be farming cactus because this has a lot of cactus in it, by the way. I've actually shut it off. You can put a lever down here to shut this off. So as you can see, this has stacks upon stacks upon stacks upon stacks of cactus, which is all now underneath me. And that all generated over actually a short period of time. I just went ahead and shut it off. So we need to swap this over, and hopefully we should be able to make Inferium Essence. Now, to get Inferium Essence, we need that slime ore that I harvested up with a Silk Touch pick. And this slime ore should be converted once we get this hooked in. So let's go ahead and drop this in front of our atomic reconstructor. Oh yeah, that's right. We have to turn our magnet off to be able to do anything like that. To throw anything out of our inventory. And, okay, that gave us 1. And this has to recharge, apparently. Because it just can't handle. You just can't handle all the power, you know? Just too much power, right? And I think it's going to be the same way. This is going to be a slow process. I was wondering if getting this hooked up to better power would work. Like, maybe we took this and we hooked it up to, I don't know, like some of the RF tools power. That might honestly work a bit better and would generate a lot more power. Just to test this out, I don't know if this is causing that problem. I think it's just our quarry and everything that's running is just using all of the power. So between the quarry and our other machines, like we're not getting any power in, just because it is a lower tier power source. So I'm pretty sure our quarry is definitely using all of our power at the moment. So now this should run much faster. I went ahead and shut that off. So now to get the slime ore back, there we go. Now we should be able to get, I think it should be able to do what, 2 at a time? Still doing 1 at a time, but it's able to regenerate the power quick enough that we should be able to get this pretty quick. So we're going to need 8. And once we have 8, then we're good, right? There's 5, 6. Didn't have enough power that time. 7 and 8. Okay. Whew. And then we just need a seed. Regular old crop seed, and we surround this like so, and we get ourselves an Inferium seed. Now I should be able to convert this over to an Inferium farm. So all I need is some dirt underneath. Dirt should work. There we go. And hope that this works. I hope this isn't like blacklisted from the garden cloches and that it would actually function in the garden cloche. I don't actually know. That could be an issue. I am such a goofball. All I had to do was turn it on. So now it is working. As you can see, it is growing. But I did have it turned off. So that's, of course, the issue. This lever. And now it's producing the inferium. So we already have 2 inferium now. That's built up. And of course, the higher tier seed you go. So if we take this seed and bump it up again, this is going to give us more yield per a single seed. And so all we got to do is let this kind of do its thing for a bit. And while we're working on other stuff, that can be doing its thing. But overall, getting into mystical agriculture, I think is going to be the best resource generation that we could have. And we're going to need a bit of garden cloches. Like, we would almost need an entire island set up for garden cloches, because I don't want these all in our base. It would just be incredibly laggy to have these all in our base. It's already laggy enough as we are in this base, and believe me, I have a pretty decent computer that's running this bad boy. So even without shaders, it's still pretty rough there, just because all the machines are all in one space. Good news is a lot of the magnesium I've been working on is ready to go. All I got to do is just get it set up here to start working, essentially. And there we go. And then I also have some more over here. So I'm just trying to split these up, and this is going to be going towards our next tier rocket. Hopefully everything works out. I hate when that does that, when it like mixes the distribution. If you want to know how I'm doing this, I'm literally just holding right click as I drag, and it should evenly distribute. And then if you left click, it'll hold all of them. So pretty simple. I'm just trying to get these heavy duty plates, and the next tier rocket should be just about the same size as everything else as far as building it goes. We don't even need this up here anymore, because when we go to change our equipment here, we need to make sure we have the resources, and we can also use this again, which is so nice. I just wish we could put our rocket in there and get the items back. So at this point, I'm going ahead and making the thermal gear that we're going to need to kind of move forward into the rockets. As far as like all the crafting components goes and stuff like that, we should have most of the stuff required. I think my spacesuit is going to be the only thing that needs to be upgraded to the tier 4, I believe. Right now we're on tier 3. Tier 4 is just going to require, what is this? Zinc. Actually, we may not need it, because I don't think we have zinc yet, unless zinc did come from a planet that I just haven't seen yet. It's not from here. So does it come from Uranus? No. Neptune. Neptune is zinc. So I'm assuming that the tier 4 is going to be higher, like after Neptune. So we should be fine with our current suit. I think this suit we literally just made for this planet and usually lasts like 2 planets. So that's good. Our thermal gear, however, that is not good. That we have to definitely upgrade. And I think that's just about it. So we should be pretty decent to go to the other planet. All we got to do is just craft up the components for our rocket, and we're just about there. Actually, I think we literally have enough heavy-duty plates to make the next tier rocket. So here we go again, back at making another tiered up rocket. It just seems like at this point, it flies by because we can quarry everything, and that makes it so much easier instead of having to manually mine everything. So we just unlock the tier 6. All we got to do is build this up, and I need my heavy plates. There we go. And we throw this all in. Oh, wait, this is a tier 1. We need the tier 6. Throw all of our plates in. Throw this in, and we are just about ready to go. Wow, this is a big boy. This one's it's getting pretty big. These rockets are getting pretty. This one's pretty nice looking, actually. Whoa! And we got somebody shooting at us. Of course we do. Why would these things not bother? You know what? I should probably put some lights on these blimps. That would be a good idea. So at this point, I think I'm ready to go to the next planet, which is Uranus. I know I said Uranus earlier. It's kind of a... I don't know. I grew up, and even in school, it was taught to me as Uranus. And then it goes, and people want to call it Uranus. So I have no idea which one is factual because of those contradictions that was made when I was in school. It just absolutely just blows my mind. But anyways, it does look like these are like rockets that are meant to like spin this thing and keep it going. But this thing is huge. But we have another planet to go to, and we need to farm. So as soon as we get there, I'm going to be setting up that builder and getting going from that point. And I think next episode, we're going to probably fight that boss maybe, or we might find that boss today. I don't know. We're going to see, but we have to go to that planet. So let's head to Uranus. So here we go. Ready to lift off in 3, 2, 1. Oh boy. We're heading to Uranus. Or Uranus, whatever you want to call it. You know, memes aside, jokes aside, it's a planet. We're going there, and we're gonna quarry it. We're gonna mine Uranus out. All right, that's what we're going to go do. All right, we're gonna go quarry Uranus. That's don't take this out of context. It's not worth it. These are horrible jokes. Anyways, I'll see you when we get there. Okay, so let's go ahead and choose Uranus on the map, and let's go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and launch. I think I have all of my stuff ready, and we should be good. So let's go ahead and launch. I hope I have my armor on. I hope I put it on, and I hope I don't have my flying gear on. I should have checked that before we left. Okay, let's pop out. Oh, I want to check my inventory. Okay, I'm good. Entering velocity, let's get this lower, so that way we're not going to explode whenever we hit the ground. This looks pretty cool though. This one already looks really neat. Very icy, which that totally makes sense, as we are pretty far away from the sun. So predict these planets to be incredibly cold, but very bright. It's still very bright here, which is really nice. That's very calming. Now, I'm after a very particular item. Let's go ahead and grab this. I need to turn my magnet on. I'm looking for crystal, but we're also, I believe there's also a dungeon on here. Yeah, it has dungeon, true. So it should be nearby, and of course we can use our dungeon, we can use our mob, our spawner seeker to find it. Like if there is anything nearby, we'll be able to find it. I need to set up, of course, just like everywhere else. I still need to set up. I don't know if on this planet we're going to have meteors falling. I hope not. It seems like a very nice planet here. Oh, well, maybe they're still spotting. They're still spotting. Okay, never mind. Ignore what I said, because yeah, they're still falling, and there's still a chance that this could be destroyed. Oh, it's almost as if they're coming down more. It was comet first, but I feel like they kind of are arranged around where you're actually standing when they fall. I don't know how random that is, that mechanic. Let's go and get this done. We're almost done building it. How many times? You guys have probably seen me build this like 100 times now. I would use the builder, but since the builder is locked behind such a pain crafting recipe, it makes no sense for me to do it that way. Okay, so here we go, and perfect. All I got to do is set my marker for home, or portal actually, and then set it to the same color I've been using. That is going to work just fine. And after we have this, I guess I should probably get the quarry running, and then yeah, let it mine out, because we're going to be mining crystal here. I believe it's crystal that we're after. But it should be able to mine through most of this stuff. It's going to mine through all the snow and frozen water. Like, ow. Yeah, frozen water hurts. Okay, good to know. Good to know the frozen water is actually painful. This is subsurface rock, even though it looks like ice. Okay, so let me get the quarry set up, and then we can go hunt for this dungeon. Quarry is now set up. It is now mining out some of the stuff that I don't want. So, of course, we're just going to get rid of it. There we go. We can always come back here if I want and clear out these items. So there's subsurface rock that is not being cleared out. Okay. And I don't know how rare this other material is. I really don't. Oh, here it is. This is the crystal ore that we need. This stuff right here is going to be broken down into the crystal ingots. Then it'll be compressed, and then that compressed will eventually turn into the compressed reinforced crystal. So we need to do it twice. Take compressed crystal into the reinforced. Wow, that has a double step to it. And then it's finally turned into this heavy duty plate tier 7. after also using the heavy duty. So I'm going to go back and be already processing more heavy duty plates up to tier 6, which means I have to make all of them of all the tiers and work my way up, which isn't as bad as you might think, considering I've kind of over quarried a lot of the areas. But this quarry should be starting over here. And now I get to go hunting for some spawners. And hopefully it's just like everywhere else, and it's actually close to where I'm quarrying. At least that's what I hope anyways. Eventually I'll find it. That range is actually quite high. Well, that didn't take very long at all, as you can see. It does seem like there's a dungeon off in this direction somewhere. We just have to make our way to it. And we might be able to even see it from here. It does look like it's getting dark, which is kind of cool. This planet has a really cool darkness to it. But that does mean mob spawning. Where's this heading? Where's this heading to? Is this hole it? No, that's definitely not it. Can we see the dungeon through the water? I was on another one that has it like literally in the water. Oh, and I don't really know what to expect from this boss either, because I've not really done any research as far as what bosses we're about to fight. I didn't want to spoil it for myself. Okay, I definitely found it. I definitely found the hole. I knew we'd find it eventually. Oh, I shouldn't have looked at him. It's right here. So that's definitely where we need to go. Getting down here is not too horrible. And barely. Wow, I really like this blue though. This is pretty. Okay, I am going to need my illumination wand, and I think that's about it. It's going to be the same sort of thing that we've done. Go through, clear out these mobs, and then fight a boss and get our next schematic. Is that what we're looking for? We're looking for a schematic, right? As if I actually forgot. Oh my goodness. So I have no idea what to expect from this boss, other than I'm probably gonna be able to kill it with this. Oh yeah, it's another slime boss. So pretty much I think this one's probably very similar to the other slime boss. That noise though is awful that is being made. Oh yeah, we're just gonna sit here and take it down. Force it in the corner with all the knockback. I don't even have this thing upgraded. Honestly, I could probably add some quartz to it. I can probably remove the paper and get some other modifier on it that would like boost this thing way higher damage than it currently is. But you know what? It's perfectly fine right now. I do need to upgrade it though. I need to add some stuff. Same with my pickaxe. I think we have a modifier slot now open. So, and then some people have been mentioning, hey, why don't you replace a tool part on your pick? Like, why don't you swap it over to Manualin or something like that? That way you can mine multiple things. And, you know, it's an idea. I just haven't really had a big need to do that just yet. And there's also embossing and stuff that you can do. So embossing is kind of cool. All right, so we just killed it. That was actually really easy. This one didn't even shoot anything at me. It's still going to make the horrible noise. Yep, and there's our key. So, wow. All right, pretty cool. And there's our tier 7 rockets. I wish I could break these and like keep them as like a, I don't know, a memento, like to our journey so far. This has been really fun. By the way, I believe it's next episode, or no, it's this episode. So this episode, you guys can download this world if you are a Patreon of any tier. So be sure to check that out. Link will be down in the description below. And if I remember, it'll also be pinned down in the comments. Will be linked to the actual Patreon page for which you can choose to download this if you so want to. Look at that. There's some crystal ore right there. So I hope this stuff is actually pretty common. But man, I really love this actual color of the dungeon. This is like stuff I actually want. Like I like the look of this. I guess at this point it's just time to head back. So we're just gonna make our way back home and yeah, check our quarry, get some processing done. That's pretty much all that I have left to do as far as getting to the next tier and getting to the next planet that we need to get to in order to somewhat complete this pack. It's not 100% being completed. We still have to fight the final boss, and that's going to take a lot in itself. The final boss it's gonna, yeah, just to even get them to spawn is gonna be something. So as always, I want to give a huge shout out to one of my Patreons, and that is gonna be a big thanks to Space Knots. So I do appreciate you. Thank you so much for your patronage. Also, if you're interested, like I said earlier, if you wanted to become a Patreon yourself, you would gain access to all over the world downloads. They're of course all listed there on the Patreon, and that is in any tier. And then the tier 5, or the tier of the $5 and above tier a month, will gain you access to our Discord subservers. Notice when I get close to this, by the way, it flips me out of my view here. It's kind of interesting, but I just wanted to mention that to you guys, so you guys will that way you guys can know. Also, be sure to join my Discord. You don't have to be a supporter to join the Discord. The Discord is available to everyone, but those who are supporters do gain access to custom perks on the Discord. So guys, I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you in the next episode, of course. And as always, thanks for watching.